Hello beauties, welcome back to my channel. So today we've got the best makeup of 2020. I did not do a lot of makeup shopping, said the girl who's got literally one whole box of makeup. But professional has it, my friend, so I have to play around with makeup whenever I'm doing my videos. So quickly, let's start. I'm going to start off with primers, and primers played a very important role for me this year. It actually plays an important role every year. For me, primers just make sure that my makeup sits really well, and my pores are not looking like two like rabbit holes out there. So there are a couple of primers that I really enjoy. The first one is the NYX Pore Filler Primer, and this is such a beautiful one. It just has an ability of just blurring at the same time. Well, you can't close your open pores, but you know what I mean. It just gives that effect of as if it's minimized really large open pores, okay? And the makeup just sits really well. The next one is for my dry skin beauties. Again, 2 years in a row, had to introduce this again. This is the Flower Beauty Supernova Celestial Elixir Oil. What a beautiful oil cum primer. Okay, you feel as if your face is going to be extremely oily, but it just makes the makeup sit really well. It doesn't produce extra oil. So if you have oily skin, I mean somewhere that's bordering a borderline of oily, you can definitely enjoy this. But it's really lovely, extremely hydrating, you guys. It just gives this glow to the face that is just wonderful. And this has got these shimmer particles, but when you apply this onto your face, you don't see the shimmer particles at all, and that's the shocking part. And the last one that I enjoyed is Just Gold HD Primer. Now, Just Gold as a cosmetic brand I discovered through makeupempire.in. And while I was talking to the owner of makeupempire.in, he said that many makeup artists buy Just Gold in their makeup stash for their for their clients. So I did not believe that until I checked with a few of my makeup artist friends, and they did say that there are few things from Just Gold Cosmetics that they actually go and buy. This primer, what does it remind you of? Doesn't the bottle itself remind you of the MAC one? So anyway, it's a beautiful primer. It's got that little bit of that silicone base, but it's not like the Nykaa primer, which has got a lot of silicone. This just sits beautifully on the face, and the makeup looks not only matte, it's a nice cross between a dewy matte finish, this base, okay? And I love it. It's beautiful, and it has that click and lock thing, so it's not going to spill anywhere. So if you want to shop at Makeup Empire, that's where they retail Miss and Mrs. and Just Gold. I've got a discount code. Now let's go on to eyeshadow, okay? And eyeshadow, for me, my eye makeup was something that was very relevant this year. So the first one that I really loved is This Is All I Need eyeshadow palette from Tan Beauty. This really surprised me, you guys, because I know that if you saw everyone on Instagram, they were hyping it up a lot, and I wanted to test this out. They were kind enough to send this via PR, and I've had it for months, and to be honest, I have another palette, but this one is what I've been reaching out for. You have such beautiful warm tones as well as cool tones. It's got the right amount of shimmer, it's just so beautiful. I just feel that this is the right palette for South Asian skin tone. They've got the name right, This Is All I Need, because these are usually the color palettes that I work around with, especially, this zone, the warm zone. Oh, it's beautiful. And this eyeshadow, this one in particular, this is called Smoke, and this is the most unusual brown. It's got this, reddy maroon undertones to it, and it looks stunning. So when you draw your wing, and before your eyeliner can set, and when you apply the smoke right on that eyeliner, it gives such a beautiful effect to your eyes. I have to admit that these shimmer ones, you have to set it with a makeup setting spray. You have to wet the brush, because on its own it doesn't come out as strong. Otherwise, it's just a very low maintenance, non-fussy kind of an eyeshadow. Blends beautifully, and I have a lot of Indian brand eyeshadows. It doesn't pack a punch. This one surely does. The second one is Tati Beauty. Now I know as a YouTuber, whatever, she's very controversial. Hate her or love her, one thing is clear, that this lady nailed it when it came to the palette, okay? First of all, the mirror is huge. This is something I got from Cosme Cosmetic Club Insta stores. And look at that, they gifted this to me, by the way. So just look at the color palette. Isn't that stunning? It is so beautiful, you guys. This black is pitch black. This black and gray with shimmer eyeshadow is also another favorite. These glitter ones, man, I mean, you don't even need a glue for it to stick to your eyelids. That's what I've applied on my eyelids as well. Everything about it is just simply stunning. It's like a palette that you don't need any other palette once you get your hands on this, okay? You're just being too greedy. I heard from Tati Beauty in one of her videos that she said that everything was ethically sourced. The glitter, shimmer, everything in that palette. Now I want to talk about other stuff also, like single stuff, like single eyeshadows that I've enjoyed. The next one is this Pixie Beauty one. And I love these shimmer ones because I know that my favorite was Stila. But I don't think I'll ever buy Stila again. You know, the Magnificent, though they are fantastic, but they dry out really quickly and they're so small and expensive, and this is half the price of Stila and they perform the same way. They give you enough playtime because it goes on like a liquid, cool liquid water kind of a thing on your eyelid, and then it dries down quickly, so you have that time to just spread it and play around with it. It's just fabulous, and once it sets, there's no fallout to it. So they've got so many color variants, so go check it out. And the next thing that I have really enjoyed are these matte eyeshadow sticks from K-Beauty. And what a year K-Beauty had, yeah? I know for a fact that her lipsticks, her matte lipsticks, it featured even in the best lipstick of 2020. These eyeshadow, these sticks, guys, they are so worth the money because it is so easy to blend on your eyelids. You just sharpen it. You don't even need a brush because you can just draw, you know, get to that crease line with the pencil form itself. They've got beautiful colors. I've got every color from the matte range. I don't like the metallic one, to be honest, but these ones, oh wow, they are so lovely. They're very richly pigmented. Easily you can blend it. Very easy to achieve your eye makeup look. You can definitely achieve that 3 to 4 minutes smoky glam with these. Okay, you can just blend that on your eyelids and then on your lower lash line, and just put a kajal. That's it, you're good to go. Now my another favorite bit of 2020, powders. Okay, and I did enjoy my compact powder. I did enjoy my loose powder as well, because I have started this technique of applying my powder before my foundation. It just made my foundation, if you have missed how I apply my foundation on an acne textured skin, check out my video. It's from Nabla Cosmetics. I spoke about this even last year. I did not miss my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Powder, the compact powder. This is slightly lower price wise. I'm in the shade medium. This has almost the same ingredients of the Charlotte Tilbury one, but this gives you that same effect of that flawless airbrush finish. And I love it. I absolutely love it. It's a beautiful compact powder. K-Beauty has had a phenomenal year. This one, the HD powder in banana, is so beautiful. Oh my god, if you want to bake with this, it just doesn't dry you out. Okay, so it's not like the Huda Beauty that has a tendency of drying. This is even more finely milled, and it's a beautiful, nourishing powder. So I don't know what magic this one is. This just sets the makeup really well without drying you out. Excellent HD powder. So if you are thinking, should I, shouldn't I? Go for it, you guys. You're not going to regret it. Even if you want to choose something that is closer to your shade, you can. But if you have a warm olive kind of undertone like me, and you like your banana powder in general, this is beautiful. It's fantastic. And oh my god, what a mind-blowing powder coming out of India. This makes me really happy. Now before I start off with my foundation, I have to give a special mention to the e.l.f. Cosmetic mix to match adjusters. Okay, I think I mentioned this even last year. I have to mention this even this year because why it came to the list again is because this whole year I was sitting at home, isn't it? And my foundations were a little darker than what my complexion looks right now. And these two came to the rescue. So if you want a little more yellowness to your foundation, if you feel that your foundation is too neutral and you are a little warmer than that and you want more warm undertones, then you take the yellow adjuster from e.l.f. Cosmetics and you mix it, and it gives you a beautiful yellow tone. The same thing goes for a foundation. If you feel that it is too too pale for your liking and you want it to mellow down, you want to bring it to your skin tone color, I've been putting this drop of this brown bronzy kind of thing into my foundation, and it just adjusted the color to my skin tone. It's beautiful. You want it to go a little more richer, you can put extra with this, you can play around with this, you can put these two together in your foundation. You know, the world's your oyster with these two adjuster drops, and I hope that one day someone somewhere, some brand in India would do the same thing, because it's an excellent idea that e.l.f. came out with. I think there are other brands internationally that do it, and I'm really surprised that no Indian brand has come out with something like this. And the best part about this is extremely light. You need something that is light in its texture so that it doesn't add on and make it a lot more cakey. You get what I'm saying? So now let me start off with my foundation. And let's be honest, this year was not about foundation, okay? I enjoyed concealers a lot more. But of all the foundations I have, I just want to tell you what my favorites were. The Color Bar 24 Hours Weightless Foundation is excellent. I love the fact that they've got a lot more shade variety than any other brand, excepting for PAC. PAC has got a lot more. I've enjoyed that because it's something that's a buildable coverage, sits beautifully, and it makes your skin look like skin. 24 hours, I did not test that, but I would say that a good 5 to 6 hours, it just sat on my face without looking patchy. The second one is the Faces All-Time Pro HD Foundation. I'm in the shade 04 Sand. Now, there's no shade variety to it, so that's the minus part out here. It's again very light in its texture, buildable. I feel that the coverage of the Color Bar one is a little more than this, but with this I had to adjust the yellow tone a little more, though it was like 04 is my color, but I had to put a little bit of that yellow to get to my undertone. But it's beautiful, sat beautifully, just set it up with a nice compact powder, and it just looks lovely. It also makes your skin look like skin. The next one is the HD Cover Foundation from Just Gold. And oh my god, this is a full coverage foundation, okay? Does it cake up? Does it crease? No, you guys. Once you set it with the right primer, you get... The problem with this is you have to get your right color match. It doesn't oxidize as much as a Huda Beauty foundation, but it gives you almost the same coverage as the Huda Beauty 4 filter. And it doesn't have that strong fragrance like Huda Beauty. It's got its fragrance, no doubt, but it's a very Lakme foundation fragrance. And it's affordable. So if you're looking out for a good foundation in the affordable range, then please check out the Just Gold one, because they have got it right where coverage is concerned. You don't even need a concealer with it, because that's how full coverage it is. And the last one that I absolutely enjoyed ever since I got my hands on it, you've seen me use this in all my tutorials, and that's the Lakme 9 to 5 Primer and Matte Perfect Base Foundation. I'm in the shade Warm Beige. But many a times I don't wear a primer when I apply this. It just sits really lovely. It's a beautiful matte foundation without making it look too matte and too dry. It's got a bit of that strong fragrance, which I'm not a big fan of, but the way it sits, the color is my perfect match. It's like wonderful. I just love this foundation a lot. Now for my next favorite part is concealer, okay? And I had a couple of concealers that I relied on like as if my life depended on it. The PAC Spotlight Concealer, very, very beautiful, high coverage. This doesn't give you playtime, okay? So when you apply it on one side of the face, you have to make sure that you go on with it quickly. But it's a beautiful full coverage concealer that just is very hydrating at the same time. Though it dries down quickly, that doesn't mean it dries your skin. I have been loving this on days that I do not want to wear any foundation. This is good enough for me. But the concealer of my choice for 2020, something that I will keep on buying again and again and again, is the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer from Too Faced. What a beautiful full coverage concealer. It is fantastic, very hydrating. Oh, it's just wonderful, okay? You don't need a foundation with this concealer, and this gives you playtime. So it's not something that will dry down quickly, but at the same time, texture-wise, it's extremely hydrating. One of the best concealers, to be honest. I love the foundation as well from Too Faced. I have spoken about this much before, but this year, this completely won my heart, okay? So definitely something I'll repurchase. Okay, to be honest, for my contour, the only contour that I used throughout was the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. Again, something I spoke about I think last year. I just reached out for this. It's only because of how smooth it is. They've got the name right, butter bronzer. It just goes like straight butter. There's no patchiness to it. It gives you that right, I don't know if you can see this side. It just makes the face, you can shape the face really well, okay, without making it look too ashy, patchy, too much. You know, it's just a beautiful buildable bronzer. So this shade is called Deep Bronzer, and it just works very, very well on my skin tone. And I know Physician Formula's butter bronzers are their best seller. For my blush, there were a couple of things that I loved in the year 2020. I went blush crazy, to be honest. The first one is the Flower Bomb from Flower Beauty. Please get your hands on this. This is extremely beautiful. It's lightweight, it's hydrating, it's pigmented. I definitely want to pick up a lot more. The shade called Pinched is such a lovely pinky, corally kind of a blush, a cream blush, okay? So on your no makeup days, just apply this on. It works up till medium skin tone. Anything deeper, I don't think this will show so much on you. Not disappointed with my purchase. Again, something you can that is available at Nykaa. The second one is a pigmented cheek and lip tint, and that is from Earth Rhythm. This is a beautiful pink that has got magenta, fuchsia undertones to it, okay? It is just so vibrant. A little goes a long way because of how pigmented it is. Oh my god. So you can just go for a monochromatic look, little on the lips, on your eyelids, on the cheeks, and it looks stellar. It's beautiful, okay? The first blush is again from Just Gold, and I think they have a beautiful blush palette. You can even bronze with these two shades, to be honest, depending on your skin tone. But these two, this mauvey pink and this baby pink, I mix these two. That is what I have applied right now on my cheeks, and it is stunning, okay? Heavily pigmented, little goes a long way. It is affordable as well. For 945 rupees, you're getting 5 different blush, and this one is a shimmery blush. It's such a wonderful, wonderful palette, okay? For the price you're paying, this is, I'm telling you, worth it. Highlighters, not something I'm a huge fan of because I don't wear that much of highlighter because I've got textured skin. But every time I wanted a highlighter this year, I relied on only 2 of them. It's won my heart and soul, and that is the RM Beauty. This is a made in India brand, you guys, and what I liked about it is that every ingredient that goes into this product has been listed on their website as well as on the packaging. It's called Dew Stick. The shade is called Golden Hour, and it's fabulous because you feel as if this is not going to last you, but a little goes a long way. You can warm it up on the back of your hand and then apply it. This is for my beauties that love a very sheer glow. And what I love about this even more is that the owner made sure that the mica was ethically sourced, and that is an extremely important factor when you buy your highlighter. The next one is from Makeup by Mario. This is the Master Secret Glow. Alright, check out the packaging. And it looks like a clear balm, like Vaseline. And I thought it was all gimmicky, to be honest. I thought this is not going to work because he wanted to make something that will give you this wet texture. He wanted to create something of that sort that won't lift up or play with your foundation, because I have tried putting gloss and it's a very messy affair and it just moves my entire makeup. But trust me, this works. Again, this is not for people who want a bam on your face highlighter. It again, like RM Beauty, but that has got a little bit of that tone, golden tone. This has got nothing. This just gives you a wet look, okay, as if you have healthy skin, okay? Very Bella Hadid. This goes very well on no makeup days and on makeup days, okay? And it gives you this nice sheer wet look to your skin. So those are my highlighters and eyeliners, eye pencils, and my lipsticks. I've made a whole separate video. You guys are loving the eyeliner video because it's a very elaborate, well-researched video. I was not a false lash person. I was never one. I just did it for my videos, and this year, definitely not. The Infinite Lash Lengthening Mascara from Shambho. Beautiful mascara, okay? It just gives you that length. It gives you that volume. It gives you the length a lot more, and I have been enjoying this. And the Extreme, I Am Extreme from Essence. Okay, it's got that fat wand and it just gives you that volume. And the next one is the Lash Warrior Mascara from Flower Beauty, another bestseller of theirs. I got this after listening to SHWETAVIJAY talk about this. It's a beautiful mascara. It gives you these fluttery lashes. It gives you the length, okay, so it is great for your lower lash line. For some reason, it catches the lower lashes so well, and it's the blackest black. It's as if you've applied some black Bee Blunt color on your lashes. It's that black, and you can just make out. It's a beautiful mascara. And now let's move on to eyebrows. The first one is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. You guys have seen me use that so many times in the shade Espresso. It's one of my go-to eyebrow pencils. I can't do without it. No matter how many things they launch in their eyebrow section, I'll still reach out for that because of how thin it is, and it just gives my very thin eyebrow some definition. But what has kind of like crossed my love for NYX is this one. This is from Lakme. This is the Lakme Absolute Micro Brow Perfector, and oh my god, this is so good. This is what I have achieved. It just has a beautiful way of making my eyebrows look thick. And I've got thin eyebrows, you guys know that. It has a beautiful way of defining it without making it look too stark and too black, okay? Wonderful, wonderful eyebrow pencil that performs almost the same as the NYX Micro Brow, a little better and a little more pigmented, to be honest. And I've got the shade Charcoal. And to set my eyebrows is from NYX. This is the Control Freak. I don't think this is introduced here in India as of yet. I think they are planning to. It's a clear eyebrow gel mascara. Beautiful, sets it. Once it sets, it's not going to budge and move. And the next one is the Clear Gel Brow from Indulgio. Wow, is this good or what? It just, like how there was this trend of the soap brow. You don't have to go for all of that if you just get this clear gel one. It is so wonderful. You can just nicely get that feathered look with this, okay? So I've enjoyed this as well. So kudos to Indulgio for creating something really nice. And the last one to finish off the best of makeup. This is PAC Micro Finish Makeup Fixer. I relied on this throughout this year. Beautiful. It just sets the makeup really well, and I love the fact that the mist is so fine. It's like an aerosol. A winner from PAC. And the last one is again from Just Gold. Believe it or not, this is the Matte Makeup Setting Spray Mist and Fix, alcohol free. It's lovely, you guys. It just makes the makeup sit so well. It's got a little bit of that fragrance, but it's not overwhelming. In fact, this is better than the Huda Beauty one as well, and it just makes the makeup last really, really well without making it look too matte, too dry, too oily, too glowy, nothing. It is just right, okay? In texture wise, it reminds me so much of the NYX one, the matte spray from them. And that ends the best makeup of 2020, okay? And I started off with this video saying that this is not about makeup. This year was not about makeup. And I only showed you like 17,000 makeup products right now, and it's only taken 7 hours. So that is how flaky Shweta is when it comes to makeup. I hope you enjoyed watching this. I hope to see you soon in my next. Until later, bye for now.